You ever sit down and try to make a video and you just can't do it right, so you just babble on for hours before you give up on it? We're not going to give up today. This is a geek vlog, also a channel update. Going to talk about where the channel might be going, going a little Star Wars rant about the X-Wing series, and a little bit about this black book in my hand. So before I get into the Star Wars rant, because I'm sure you guys would like to hear that, I'm going to talk about this little black book for a second. This is a moleskin journal. I love these journals. The paper inside, amazing. And this one's special right here. A friend of mine gave this to me back in 2008. It's been a while. Time flies, doesn't it? But he gave this thing to me, and inside this book, I have been writing my thoughts, prayers, special events, quotes, things of importance, okay? It's not just some simple little journal that I write in every single day. No, this is, like, special. I have one full page left, a front and a back, that I need to fill out. When that's going to happen, I don't know. I do have at least 2 entries that I need to put in here. And they're not going to be that long, so that'll leave me with, half a page. The last entry was in 2021, but the first one was way back in 2008, and made contact with the friend that gave this to me. There's been a long period of time where we haven't been talking, and a lot of that had to do with me. I screwed up a long time ago, didn't do some things that I should have done, and I apologize to him about that. But my friend and I recently shared a picture from our books, like the first page, and what's interesting is that we both in the beginning talked about God. That was like our first thought when we started writing in these journals. And I don't know what his book looks like. I don't know if his pages are full or not. I don't know if he gave up on the first page. I don't know. But I know that mine is full of life. It's full of blessings, full of trials, major events that have happened to me, good things, bad things. And the one thing that has remained constant is that adamant faith in Christ. And I hope his is the same, if not in this book, but like his book of life. And I want the same for you. Like, I want you to live true. That's what he always used to say to me all the time. That was what he would say to everybody. When he'd say goodbye, he'd say, hey, live true. And that's what we have to do. And if we did that, things would be so much greater in this world, right? It's so full of darkness and hate and distrust, and we don't have to be that way. Live true. Tell the truth. Be honest to yourself. Be honest to your neighbor. Be honest to your family. Sadly, as time progresses, it's going to be more difficult to be kind to each other, to love each other. People are going to turn on one another. There's going to be a lot of deception coming up soon. Again, I believe we're in the end days, folks. This is the last generation. Jesus Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That can be found in the book of John, chapter 14, verse 6. I recommend that you go pick up a Bible if you don't have one. Pick it up, read it, and get that faith in Christ before it's too late. Of course, it's always going to be too late for somebody. Someone's end day is tonight or tomorrow. We don't know, but I think the final round, the final generation is right here, and we're going to be living through some crazy times. So, guys, live true. Live true. Remember when everybody was freaking out about the Star Wars X-Wing series being retitled as the Rogue Squadron series? Yeah, I remember that, because I think I was part of that group that was kind of like, why are they messing with something? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. Well, I finally read most of the X-Wing books. There are 2 left that I need to read as of this video, but they're later on in the timeline. These 4 books are the Rogue Squadron series. Yeah, that's right. Because after reading these 3 books, I realized, oh, those are the Wraith Squadron series. And then this book right here is also part of Rogue Squadron, but apparently it's not as important. So, yeah, go figure. Figured we'd get that book reprinted, but nope. And then, of course, that's the book that I have not read just yet. And then there's one way down on the timeline that I have not read yet either. But, yeah, I found it interesting that that is in fact the Rogue Squadron series that has nothing really to do with the Wraith Squadron. Yeah, there are some things that tie in together, but it is bizarre that they didn't just reprint the entire X-Wing series. Maybe Michael A. Stackpole's books were a little bit more popular than the Aaron Alston stuff. I don't know. But also still weird that they didn't do Izard's Revenge. Maybe that'll come sometime in the future. So where am I headed here on the channel? I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out because I thought people wanted to hear some Star Wars Expanded Universe book reviews. Apparently, that's not the case because those numbers are way down. Maybe Star Wars is just finally kicking the bucket. Maybe it's on its way out, and there's just a few fans that still read the Star Wars Expanded Universe. I mean, I'm not reading the canon books. I know there's a few people out there that read the canon books, but I don't know. I haven't done a review on that side of the canon in a long time. I've thought about doing some Star Wars canon reviews, at least one, for a book that I received in the mail that I never asked for, that Crimson Climb by E.K. Johnston. I don't want to have nightmares when I read it. I have a feeling it's going to be awful because she just has this past of destroying female characters for me. You know, Ahsoka, never really liked that character to begin with, but that's probably her best book that she wrote. The Padme books prove that Padme can't do anything unless she has other people doing things for her. Therefore, she can't do anything. I mean, those books get funny titles like, you know, of course, the first one, I can't even remember what it's called, but the second one, The Queen's Period, where we experience the first menstrual cycle of Padme, and then we have The Queen's Woke, which is just a checklist of current events that the left-wing party wants to accomplish. It's a joke. The book is a joke. That could be another thing, The Queen's Joke, but I prefer The Queen's Woke. Yeah, it's garbage. Padme can't do anything on her own. She has to have her handmaidens do things for her. She has to consult them on every aspect of her life, and that's just pathetic. With that said, maybe I'll read Crimson Climb, do a review, see if people even watch it. Maybe I won't get any views on it. Maybe everybody's just jumped ship because they realized, wow, this guy doesn't go with the flow. He doesn't think everything is awesome. I have a different view on things, a different take on Star Wars. I don't like garbage Star Wars. There's other books that I could review, like the X-Files series, which there's not that many. I've already got 4 of those book reviews written that I need to film. The Harry Potter books, I could review those. I have a couple of those written already. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I could jump back on that too. I'm on this hype right now with the Star Wars Expanded Universe where I want to keep reading, and even though nobody's watching those reviews, I'm still having a blast reading the books, and that's fun. It's a bummer that nobody else really cares to talk about the Star Wars Expanded Universe stuff. I mean, there are a couple folks out there, but it's not as big as it once was, and that's kind of sad. Maybe one of these days, if Disney decides, hey, let's stop making so much content and make the people hungry for it, people will start looking it up. People will start getting back into it. But when it's just a constant feed all the time, 24 hours available, oh, here's a new show, then 2 months later, here's a new show, here's the movie plans, people grow tired. Just like with Marvel stuff. It's fun for a while, then all of a sudden it's just like, man, I don't have time for that crap anymore. And it's gotten that way with Star Wars, you know, and they squeeze in the current politics. When the people with the blue hair, the purple hair get in control and have these weirdo beliefs, it screws with storylines. It really does. Don't kid yourself. Don't lie to yourself and say, oh, this stuff is fantastic. Because it's not. Not all the Expanded Universe stuff is fantastic either. I'll tell you that right now. Honestly, things are probably going to stay the same, at least for the rest of this year. Going to keep on doing the Star Wars Expanded Universe books. I think I'm always going to do the Star Wars Expanded Universe books. The new canon book might put that review out there. The X-Files books, I plan on doing that for October. I'm not going to promise anything. I didn't really even want to say that here on the channel because I said that about Harry Potter like 3 years ago and I never put those reviews up. But I'm sitting on some stuff. I do have many ideas that I don't want to say here. 2024 is going to be a new year. Maybe we'll get some new things going on up here. I do have another like setting that I could use to film some things. Might work on a new channel, do some different things over there that are completely different than what's happening right here. I have had somebody ask me, hey, what about those Bible reviews? You're going to keep doing those? And the answer is, I want to. There is one review that I was working on for a while that I just kind of stopped for some reason. I need to finish that. I need to film it, and I need to get that thing posted. The times are short, and I need to get those things done for you guys to see what Bible you would be interested in, because there's a lot to choose from out there. That's going to do it for this little Geek Vlog channel update thing. I know nothing was really resolved in the channel update part of it, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I just want to get some different content up here for a while, not just do book reviews over and over and over again. There is a product review that I have planned coming at you soon, but I am going to be testing that product before I get it out there, and I really want to use it and actually give it a real review, not just something that, oh, look, I got this for free, and I'm going to just say it's awesome. I'm going to test it, and I'm going to use it before I say, hey, this is awesome, or hey, this thing sucks. So there is a product review that will be coming at you pretty soon as well, probably at the beginning of next month. So look forward to that, and all the other Star Wars book reviews. I should probably start filming one of those right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. So have a good one, and remember, live true.